Hi, my name is Karen Knight, and I'm the Vegan Amateur. Right, so Christmas is coming, and what I thought I would do is a video on some of the vegan Christmas goodies that some of the larger shops have out there. So things like party food, their vegan take on party foods, that kind of thing. I want to cover a few different shops. So this is going to be a sort of part 1 and part 2 video based on honestly, my time and where I can get to, what shops I can visit or order from, as well as, how long it takes me to actually get through some of this food. So I managed to get to a couple of places this weekend. It was Sainsbury's and Marks and Spencer's, who offer a few things. I didn't get loads at Sainsbury's, but Marks and Spencer's had a few things you had to sort of, trundle around the shop and kind of peek here and there and find a few things, but I did manage to find some stuff. So I just wanted to give a little bit of a review of what those things are like, and maybe that'll help you when you're preparing for your holiday celebrations, get-togethers, or, just grazing / pigging out over the holiday season. So, like I said, there's going to be 2 parts to this video. So some stuff from these shops is going to end up in the next video as well. But I thought I'd go ahead and start with some of the sort of nibbly / hors d'oeuvre kind of stuff. So from Marks and Spencer, we have a Oriental vegetable selection. So this is basically sort of parcels filled with vegetables, like parcels of different types filled with vegetables and stuff that has that little bit of an Asian flavor to it. So there were some cones, wok toasted sweet corn cones, spicy sweet and sour wontons, and crispy vegetable balls. So hopefully you can see a picture of what they turned out like. Easy to make, pop them in the oven for a few minutes at like 180, 200 degrees, and you're done. A lot of what they sort of market is stuff that can be thrown into the oven at the same temperature and has a very similar cooking time. So you're not sort of back and forth, worrying about refilling the food during your party. You can actually celebrate with your guests. So these were pretty good. I'd have to say, they weren't anything amazing. What was amazing is that they actually have them, whereas it's probably not something you necessarily would have seen in years past. And when you compare them to their meat and dairy including versions, I'd say they measure up just as well. So these were tasty. We enjoyed these with a little bit of dip, like sweet and sour sauce and some soy sauce. So those were really, really good. Not really, really good. They were okay. Right, so the next one that I have is vegetable spring rolls. And this kind of, I don't know, they're kind of marketing this as Christmas party fare, where it could be kind of like party fare. It's stuff that you kind of see all the time. They are just basic spring rolls, kind of vegetables, fried in a like rice wrapper or some sort of wrapper. They should turn out crispy. These were okay, same sort of thing. They go in at 180 degrees, they cook for a few minutes, and easy peasy, they're done. Again, sort of falls into the same category as these guys. Good with some sweet and sour sauce or some whatever other dips you might like, what other Asian dips you might like, maybe a little bit of soy sauce, but they were perfectly fine. Now, the best thing that I found at Marks and Spencer's was these mushroom steamed buns. Give you a closer look at that one. Right, so these are a take on, the sort of, I guess, what do you call it? Is it like dim sum, whatever, just that sort of lovely light steamed bun, with the sort of, normally they would have some sort of meat on the inside, but these were a mushroom filling, and you can see they're actually really quite cute. Hopefully you get a picture of what mine turned out like. they've shaped them to make them look like mushrooms as well. They were delicious. They were so good. I was a little bit wary of these because they were actually a little bit pricey. So I think it was like, I want to say it was £7. I'll add a correction if that's wrong, but £7 for 12 of these. So you'd have to be having a pretty fancy party, or just really not care about it's not throwing your money away, because they tasted so good. And I actually thought, I would definitely have these again. Yes, the price on that is a little bit, you might go, oh, I don't know, but they tasted really nice. I had mine with just a little bit of soy sauce, but I can imagine you could do whatever else. They're really nice on their own as well. Andy really enjoyed them, and he dislikes mushrooms, so you could just imagine how nice they actually tasted. The one thing that I will say about Marks and Spencer is that although some of these things are maybe a little bit pricier individually, they do have a deal. I don't know if it's kind of ongoing up through Christmas, but basically it's 4 for the price of 3. So 4 of these items in this kind of party food category you can get for the price of 3, which kind of makes up for the fact that individually they are pricey. I mean, if you are just wanting to get 1 or 2, you know, it might be a little bit of a spend, or it might be a little bit less value for money. But I would recommend trying this one at least, even if it is £7. Maybe just get 4 of those, which sounds actually kind of expensive now I think about it, and sort of luxurious, but it's Christmas, so that's what this is about. This video isn't necessarily about money saving. It's just about what's out there for Christmas, and you know, what you can do to sort of replace what you would normally have this time of year. So the last item I'm going to look at is one from Sainsbury's. Like I said, I didn't find very much at Sainsbury's, which is slightly disappointing. I do have a couple of sweets from both Marks and Spencer's and Sainsbury's that I'm going to put into the next video. But yeah, this really is it for the savory things that I can find. Maybe in between now and the next video, if I can find anything else, then I'll pop it in there. But saying that, even though there wasn't much on offer, what we did have was really good. So Sainsbury's have what they're calling pups in blankets, which is their vegan take on pigs in blankets, which are made with sort of a mushroom sausage wrapped in sort of fake bacon rashers. So for the American guys, pigs in blankets over here are sausages wrapped in bacon, whereas in the States, they're like mini sausages wrapped in some form of pastry. Slightly different. So pigs in blankets over here, a Christmas staple. People will tell you you can't have Christmas unless there's pigs in blankets. They've got to be there. You must have them. I got these thinking, we'll see what they're like. I've had Sainsbury's vegan sausages before, like their normal mushroom sausages. And, you know, I was kind of like, yay, they're trying to do something, but, you know, it's not my favorite one out there. For some reason, when they sort of miniaturize them and put this like fake bacon around them, they're so good. They smelled good as they were cooking, which is all part of the experience as well. So they actually smelled like, oh, this actually smells like, you know, proper sausage and proper bacon. I say proper, but you know what I mean. This actually smells like sausage and bacon cooking. And then taste wise, phenomenal. I don't actually know how they made these taste as nice as they do. Another one that Andy really loved, again, doesn't like mushrooms. None of this tastes like mushrooms. This all sort of, you know, tastes like what it's supposed to taste like. So if you're looking to kind of have, you know, the same sort of traditional flavors and things that you're used to at Christmas time, I would definitely recommend that one. Right, so that is it for this video. Hopefully it's nice and short for you. And like I said, look forward to my next video, which will be coming out before Christmas. So you should have time to shop and make sure you get some of these things in if you were, you know, looking to stock your Christmas shelves. Right, have a good one.